Good evening and weekend evenings. Always a time for poetry, although I wish I had more time for poetry. Uh, this evening, I'm here with a very, very special collection, a very special anthology. This is the world's first English signer collection. Possibly the first, not possibly, absolutely, the first anthology of signers. Gifted to me by the father of signers, the inventor of the signer form of poetry, beloved Khemlal Pokhrel sir. In fact, here is his autograph. It says, presented to dear sister Ipsita Ganguly. I am blessed, sir, and thank you so much for this absolute wonderful gift of love. And if anybody is wondering, for those who don't know what a Sino is, um, Sino is a micropoem. A Sino is a typical micropoem composed in 3 lines called clusters, where the first line contains 7 syllables, the second line contains 8 syllables, and the third line contains 9 syllables. It is invented by Khemlal Pokhrel, Sir of Nepal. This is an absolutely amazing honor, actually, that I have been presented this anthology by beloved Khemlal Pokhrel sir himself. And this form of poem, of course, as I said, is basically a micropoem. It comes in 7, 8, 9 letter structure. Uh, it also comes in various rhyme schemes. It can be a free verse rhyme scheme, or an AAA, or an ADB, or an BA rhyme scheme. So it comes in various rhyme schemes. Let me read a couple of poems for everyone's benefit. Um, it So let me read this. This is written by, of course, this is by Khemlal Pokhrel sir, and he writes, the first 3 English signers composed and posted on the same day, the historic day of the invention of English signer by me, on the 25th of March 2020. They were actually triplets. Let me read the first of the triplet. This was, if you remember, March 2020, onset of Corona challenge. This is the very first. Corona is a challenge for we humans to save ourselves from its nasty and annoying attacks. This was by written in free verse. Another very beautiful Sino, another free verse. I am actually very fond of the free verse Sinos, and I've written a couple of them myself. I had the honor of my name appearing on this book, this anthology, Ordinal Rank of English Sinoists of the World till date. Khemlal Pokhrel sir, of course, being the inventor. I come here and the 13th position. 13th position. My Sino was written and submitted on 2nd July 21. So a year and a couple of months after Khemlal Pokhrel so invented the Sinos. Let me read a few more Sinos for everyone's benefit. Let one lead a peaceful life with heavenly trust and glory, being very free from trace or strife. So ABA. Let one lead a peaceful life with heavenly trust and glory, being very free from trace of strife. God is in all creatures here, who dwell to love him with no fear, every morn rising with the sun dear. AAA rhyme scheme. Okay, here's another one. Loving is sacrificing, losing self for somebody's mirth, surrendering your all lovely worth. Very beautiful Sinos. a particular favorite of mine. Let me see if I can just get this one out. Yes, this one probably is very lovely. Books on all the religions tow us closer to God's abode that nobody dares us to decode. Books on all religions tow us closer to God's abode that nobody dares us to decode. Thank you, beloved Khemlal Pokhrel sir, for giving the world this wonderful poetry format of Sainos. And I hope more and more people write this. I'm sure this is going to be very, very popular. It already is. There's so many. At the time of publication of this book, we already had 112 poets writing in the Saino format. And this was in 25/11/2021. We are a year later. So by now, this format is spread far and wide, and we have many, many, many more poets writing in this. I'm sure there'll be many more anthologies, and I'm privileged to hold the very first anthology of Sainos right here. Thank you, Khemlal Pokhrel sir.